Welcome back to Shovel Knight.
Layer of button.
We're gonna go underground.
Layer of mole butt. Button spades.
Justice in spades, damn
No,
it.
button spades.
Justice isn't
Butt
even
justice.
a word.
Justice in butts.
Well, I mean, if you're playing butt mode instead of shovel justice, it's butt justice.
Yes.
So.
But justice.
No, just replace almost everywhere with butt. So everybody's just
No, that
everybody
ruin
would
the
say
joke.
everybody would just say butt 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 butt.
That would ruin the joke.
Yeah.
It's like it's another language though.
Yeah, no, but then at that point, it's not even really funny anymore.
Lame.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, Luigi, you were saying that I need to die more often. So
It only took 50. It only took 50 seconds into the part. New record.
shut the hell up.
Now the question is,
This
are you
coming
gonna
from
go
someone who
for it?
hasn't even played the game yet.
Let's see if we
Oh,
can
shit.
let's see if we can get 3 more by the end of this part.
Oh.
No. I'll be fine. Look, see? You just come over here. There we go. There, I'm
The
fine.
real question.
Now then. Okay. What am I? God damn it! Why did I do that?
Two.
What was it worth?
Shut the hell up.
Was it worth it?
Money is worth everything.
Even death?
God damn it.
We've got to have money.
I'm sorry there's no DLC in this game that lets me start the game off with 500,000 gold. 500,000 gold. Otherwise, I would have used that right from the fucking start.
Yeah, but then at that point, why even bother playing the game?
It's like
Well, I mean, if I could just buy everything from the start.
Yeah, and
Oh! Look at that thing that I could have used 10 seconds ago! God
you could still
damn
kind of
it.
use it now to get that money back. So
yeah.
No, fuck it. Not worth it.
He says as he goes careening
not
down
to
the third
mention,
pit.
like, not to mention, it does last for a minute.
Yeah, which is why I said it's not worth it for 2 money bags. I still would be down like 500 gold from the last time I died.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have to like wander around as much for at least a minute.
Fuck it.
Plus, there are some of
I
those
really
blocks
was
that are
tempted to restart
above, like, some blocks that are above, like, bottomless pits that do drop money, so you'd be able to get that immediately without losing it.
I was really
Yay,
tempted to
silver
restart
plat-
this recording session when that happened.
Yeah.
Because this is the-
Silver platter for an apple.
Hey, it's like the best apple in the world, goddammit.
Better be.
It's the finest of the apples.
The apple better taste like God. Anyway,
So
anyway,
it's like
sorry,
that
Dan.
golden
Sorry.
apple from Greek mythology.
Yeah, except it's not sinful to eat it. Anyway,
And then we got this ridiculous-looking beetle that looks way too detailed to be 8-bit.
is it a Rhinoceros beetle or a stag beetle?
Both.
Fuck.
I wouldn't know, honestly.
Looks kind of like a stag beetle to me. Actually, if it was a stag beetle, it would have a horn.
Also, yeah, watch out for that fire. I think it does a whole unit's worth of damage.
Yeah.
And it turns
I like
it turns
that.
those slime enemies into fire slimes, too, which means you can't bounce on them either.
Good job, Beetle.
That-
Good job
that
for
pile
staying
up
in
there
place.
is not worth the trouble.
Good job for staying in place, Beetle.
He's fine.
You shall not pass, says the giant golem.
I'll be fine.
How long is his reach? Oh, he can't reach for.
Pretty long.
Can't reach for shit.
It's a spear.
Hey, can't-
but my
can't-
my magic reach is longer.
Yeah, he can't reach for shit.
I mean, it's a good reach if you're doing just pure melee fighting.
Hello, kitty.
Also, because this is layer of Mole Knight, random piles of dirt will also have mole enemies that'll charge at you after you dig them up.
Yep.
Hello, kitty.
I assume Lionel's with you?
Yes.
Uh,
He just came up like,
He's
Dad,
wondering
stop
what
talking
you
to your invisible friends and talk to me.
He talks to you every second of the day, Lionel. Give him 20 minutes.
plus fuck these
Never-
firefish. Or
Never.
lava fish. Whatever you want to call them.
Oh yeah,
Lava
these
knights.
firefish suck.
Lava butts.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's right. I have the charge slash, which basically makes these guys' blocking.
Yeah, because
Useless
it
to them.
pierces their shield.
And then you get knocked down a cliff anyway.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
It almost did. I'm fine.
I mean, it's a possibility if you don't have the charge slash.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's the other gimmick, is these breakable blocks, which,
Yeah.
even though I've beaten this game like 4 times, I still hate these things.
Yeah. Like, as soon as you
You'll
hit
see why
one,
later.
any other ones that are connected to it will just completely get destroyed.
But they're still not as obnoxious as this, because you have to pogo jump off of these stupid fish, which is a lot harder to do than it looks, by the way.
That was your own. That was
Especially when
that
that
part.
happens.
That part's just your own fault.
And I
And I died a couple more times.
yeah, I
as you
see
can
that.
tell.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell?
All right, that's 3, 4.
There we go.
At least 4.
The reason why that's hard is because, even though I've beaten this game a lot, I still cannot fully understand how to get high bounces off of a shovel jump.
With particular enemies, it's not possible, these fish being one of them.
Ah.
Okay.
Like, it only lets you go, like, a small bounce. No matter what you do, you can never get high bounces off of them.
Okay, so it is. So it's not like so it's not like DuckTales where you can get a higher jump if you're holding down the jump button.
Only with
That explains a lot.
only with a few enemies. Like, usually enemies that are indestructible and...
Stop bouncing
That's
off.
death
God
5.
damn it. Shut up.
No, I'm not
no.
shutting. No, I'm not shutting up.
Anyway, what was I saying?
I forgot.
How to bounce off of guys.
Yeah, usually if it's an enemy that doesn't even really take damage, like those fish enemies, then you will only ever get a small bounce off of them.
Okay. And that last death I'll blame on the fact that for some reason, after you bounce off of something, it doesn't let you get out of the bounce animation right away.
Yeah, the only way you can get out of the bounce animation is by swinging your shovel.
Which you can't do when you're in midair, by the way.
Yeah, you can. Otherwise,
I tried to do that. You watched me die.
yeah, and then you messed it up. I've done it plenty of times.
Well, fine then.
Oh, here's your, here's your
Okay,
favorite,
we got
here's your
Chester.
favorite person in
Hopefully
the
this
world.
doesn't-
You're gonna believe what I
All
found
right,
in
now
the
it's
chest. Oh,
Son of a bitch! If I didn't die that last time, I'd have enough money for it.
Ooh. And you're 70 short. Almost.
Ah, god damn
Well,
it!
like,
80.
close to-
God dang it! I still need
63
60 more.
short.
Come on,
see, even the cat's laughing at you.
Lionel.
Just imagine Lionel doing like a straight up like.
No, he's like that. He's like that dog from what's that Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Oh, are you talking about Dick? Are you talking about Muttley?
Yeah.
Yeah, Muckmate. That dog.
Yeah, that was.
Who was basically the precursor to the Duck Hunt dog laugh.
Jesus. I'm pretty sure the Duck Hunt dog was inspired by Muttley.
That's why I
Probably.
said that. I'm pretty sure that was the inspiration for
More
it.
than likely. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind
Considering
of sad.
it
There's
has
no.
the same
I'm kind of
laugh
sad. There's no
animation.
Muttley color for him.
Because I know I think most early anime was inspired by like Disney animation. I think it was.
A good majority of it, yeah.
Muttley.
What the hell? Why is my hand bleeding? What the hell did I cut my hand on?
What?
Well, not necessarily like my hand. It's like a part of my knuckle. I'm like, what the hell did I scrape my hand on?
Oh yeah, that's happened to me before
Huh.
too, where I'll just like look down and suddenly there's like a cut on my hand. I'm
There's
like,
probably
when
from
and how did
plastic.
that get there?
Or something. Like all of a sudden, I just like not even a minute ago, I was feeling like a little sting on my back of my knuckle. I was like, what?
There, I got the goldfish that pretty much negates all of the gold I lost at the start of this part.
But it's
Not
but
necessarily
not all
the other times.
Yep, not everything else.
No, but it at least negates the first 2 stupid deaths at the beginning of this part.
Uh huh.
Plus, if you're ever low on health, I think you could just stick your fishing rod into like any random bottomless pit, and more often than not, I think you'll be able to fish out like a very small health recovery. I think.
Or do you get a fish that sells a healing ichor?
No, that's only ever with the sparkling ones on some occasions.
Okay. Alright, now with this part, you have to get the timing right, which I'm not doing right, by the way. You're supposed to freeze the lava below this platform first, and then shoot the blob onto the moving platform, so that it freezes the second one. There we go.
Well, honestly, I think you would have made it without freezing the one below you.
Yeah.
Nothing's necessarily stopping you.
Yeah.
Eh. I'd rather be safe than sorry, especially since I died 3 times in this part already.
It's gonna be. I'm pretty sure 3. You mean 3?
Shut up. 3.
5.
And no more times than
No,
that.
we're talking 5, you asshole.
Shut up.
No.
To be fair,
There is no
this
to be
is
fair.
one of the levels where the game actually starts getting hard.
There is
so...
no to be fair at this point.
Oh, shut up.
Nevers. The only way I'll shut up is if you kick me off this Let's Play.
Which I won't do.
You know you won't.
It's like you're so like.
Well, we aren't.
Forever
Well, since we're talking
and
about
ever.
dying a lot, I know we're not doing Vesperia right now, but I did lose to a certain boss that we'll get to later, because I kind of didn't expect her to be as hard as she was.
Which one?
Which one was that?
You know, I said her. I figured you would know who I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Is it the solo fight or no?
Yeah, it's the solo. No, not the solo fight. It was the fight before that one.
I honestly, for the life of me, can barely even remember it. And
You didn't see my Twitter feed, did you? Not you.
Well, I can't really fully remember. It might have been the solo fight, considering I had like half my health, and I did heal, but her burst start hit me at the last second, which I wasn't expecting.
Yep, then it's definitely that fight. 'Cause I think that's like one of the few fights where the boss will actually use a burst dart. So.
And when their burst start does like 3,000 damage, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think I remember when I did my old Let's Play on that particular fight, it almost happened to me too.
Man.
It's also due to the fact that the burst start basically reaches across the entire goddamn screen.
Man, it's funny
So if
listening
you don't
to
see it coming,
it's funny listening to all this because I didn't die once, even when I retried that fight.
I mean, I didn't die at all when I recorded it for my old Let's Play, but I did almost mess up because I got too close when she did it, and then I was like, oh crap, and like I got dangerously
yeah, that's exactly
close.
what happened to me. I just overestimated how close I was to her, and she hit me with it.
No, what? If you all have been following my Twitter feed, you know exactly how my group fight with her ended.
complete utter annihilation.
Well, that and slap on the ass.
Oh right.
Finish it.
Also,
Yo, like good hustle out there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. God damn it. On that note, here's Mole Knight. He's been waiting for us.
These ruins belong to
Been
the
here
bolt.
like 10 minutes ago. I know.
They're mine now, but more importantly, is that your butt implement? Ha 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 ha.
Shit.
I'm astonished you made
God
it 10
damn
butt down with that rusty butt. I will butt you.
I didn't realize we were watching that one butt anime.
I didn't realize butt was a verb.
Like, what was that one? What was it called? Keijo?
I know the anime you're talking about, but I've never actually watched it.
I think it's called Keijo or something like that. The one with like the high school girls or whatever, like they play like a sport where they either use like their breasts or their butt to like knock opponents into the water or something like that.
Yeah, I think I know exactly,
what you're talking about. It's fan service, the anime.
It's not even trying to hide it.
You would think with a premise like that I would have watched it, but no, I've never seen a single episode. I only know of it.
Because it's not as funny as you think it'd be after a while.
Well,
it kind of the joke wears thin after like 3 episodes.
Also mole butt died.
Yep.
and he gets dragged away like Wart.
Oh no, we killed Elliot Reed.
Apparently.
Hey, looks like it's just you and me now, Red Chest.
Again. The last one left me.
Oh
shit.
I'm so lonely that even chests leave me.
Oh, Shovel Knight, come back.
Shovel butt, why? You die, and then Freddy Krueger strikes.
all of a sudden.
Yeah, man, don't you hate it when you try to save your best friend, and then Freddy Krueger tries to murder you?
All the time.
Isn't that every Nightmare on Elm Street? Isn't that every Nightmare on Elm Street ever?
No, that's more of the Dream Warriors because they actually fight. I mean, to be fair, to be fair to that movie, they didn't fight very well, but they at least fought.
Freddy vs. Jason.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm surprised they haven't made a Freddy vs. Jason 2, to be honest.
I mean,
with
the
how much,
first one it was okay, but
with
it
how
wasn't really
financially,
anything.
yeah, with how financially successful that was, you should be shocked. Because that one movie did better than all of their franchises combined. It's like, what?
Which I don't know why it took them like 12 years to go, hey, let's combine both of our most popular horror characters in one movie.
Well, I think it's because the creative directors were dead before that was even a thing.
Ah.
Probably.
Anyway, now that we have the Knuckle Duster, we can go through this. We can go through this one, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like using the Knuckle Duster over pits because it's very finicky sometimes.
I mean, as long as you're just mashing the button, but there are some occasions where,
If you get the timing off, just slightly off, you're screwed.
I could already see where this. Yeah,
Or you just
Kind
fall
of like that. No, that's my point about getting the timing wrong.
All right, that's 6.
Oh, no.
Shut up.
No, I'm not shutting up.
Why? I don't make fun of you when you lose at things.
Yeah, I make fun of myself.
Thankfully, though, the knuckle dusters they work really quick.
Yeah, and they don't use
They
it.
do.
It doesn't
It's
look
not-
like they use much magic either.
No, it's only 2 magic per use.
I mean, not to mention, it's not exactly the most useful relic for combat since it's very short range.
I think it does do slightly more damage than your normal attack, though. But it's not worth it. The range is... It's... The only reason you'd want to use it is because it has just slightly more range than your normal shovel.
I would have thought it'd be less range, but then again, I've never really bothered using it for
Mostly
combat.
because when you use it, you push yourself forward slightly. So while it may have the same range as your shovel, since you're moving forward with each one, you technically have slightly more range.
Yeah, but that also puts you at risk of just bumping into the enemy.
Risk versus reward, because I think you do slightly more damage with the Knuckle Duster.
I wouldn't think.
I could be wrong, though.
I don't think that's the case.
I mean, they are just fists.
Yeah.
And you are,
I don't know if you...
and technically, by this
Shit.
game standards,
Shit.
You're dead.
By this game.
But no,
God
I mean,
damn it.
and I was trying to say, in the technical game standards, technically you are casting fist.
Yeah.
Casting fist.
Yeah.
What ho, muscle wizard?
What's your magic spell? Fist knight? I cast fist. Oh no.
No, he's just a really big fan of Kingpin and his ability to just punch people to death.
This
Didn't
would
help
be a
him.
real good time to use that treasure eye core.
No, fuck
Too
it.
bad it didn't work. Too bad it didn't work out too well against Zombie Spider-Man.
To be fair, it's just like, when are you ever really going to use those treasure eye cores?
Seriously. Also as a response to Zombie Spider-Man, Zombie Marvel in general, we just don't talk about because that's messed up.
Yes, it is.
There was also that comic where Aunt May gets killed by Fisk and Peter gets pissed off and beats the shit out of him.
I believe
The only good thing about the Marvel zombies is Zombie Deadpool, who is just ahead.
Zombie who?
Zombie Deadpool, who actually
He's already a zombie.
Yep. He's a zombie. He's another zombie.
He's zombier.
Yes. Actually, I think they make that exact joke.
God damn it.
Like, he becomes Zombie Deadpool, and apparently he goes to the canon universe and tries to eat the normal Deadpool, but apparently at that point Deadpool has like gauntlets on the entire time, so we can't bite into him at all. So it's like, fuck. so then the regular
Anyway,
Deadpool.
we got the final shovel upgrade, which is basically just the sword beam from Zelda.
and
So as long as you have full HP, you can shoot a shockwave
I think
on the ground.
I think the best part about that is that the regular Deadpool keeps zombie Deadpool as a pet, like a parrot.
Oh god. So now that I have all the upgrades, now all my money is gonna go towards making all the armors. I'll probably never use any of them in stages, but I may as well buy them because there's nothing else I'm using my money for.
And I think the regular Deadpool actually uses him as a football at one point.
God damn.
Like one of the covers has him like, holding zombie Deadpool with a gauntlet on his wrist so that he doesn't actually bite him. And he's just bulldozing around people with just being like a football player.
You say gauntlet, and all I can think of is Infinity Gauntlet. I'm like, oh man, if he had the Infinity Gauntlet, holy shit.
If he had the Infinity Gauntlet, he'd just use it for pimps and hoes.
Probably.
Or sell it. Ugh. I'm okay.
Nah, I wouldn't say he would sell it. He's not the kind of person that wants... He doesn't want money despite being an assassin.
Fuck you, he doesn't.
Well, for the most part, anyway.
The only time he didn't want money was when he was trying to apply to be an Avenger.
He'd be the greatest Avenger ever, not gonna lie.
Guess how well that went.
Unbeatable.
Well, of course. If he couldn't get into the X-Men, what made him think he could get into the Avengers?
The only reason he became an Avenger is because everybody else was dead. That's like the entire reason.
Does that mean a cameo in Endgame?
No.
Ah.
I doubt it.
Speaking of the MCU, I remember seeing a tweet up there being like, now that Disney owns Fox, we can't get. It's like, now that Disney owns Fox, we're never gonna see the X-Men like this again. It just shows a clip collection of Logan being R-rated. I'm just sitting there like, and it's like, oh, you don't want X-Men being like being one good movie and then like 9 other shit movies. Okay.
We'll never get. Even though Disney made an R-rated Marvel movie, it's just that nobody liked it.
Which one was that again?
Looks at Venom.
That's Sony.
Oh, that was still Sony?
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind,
Sony.
Yeah, you're a little short on money.
Sorry, you can't afford admission. Don't feel bad. Nah, don't feel bad. Sir Daniel 42 can't get in either.
I'm not going to start a kick funder campaign to get into your stupid place.
A butt funder campaign.
You and your... Screw you and your meta jokes. I'll be back for you later.
No rush.
Yeah.
It's a completely optional bonus dungeon. It's basically there to get you more money.
Oh. So I guess the thing of this one is that the entire place is dark.
Yeah, for some reason... Yeah, I don't know why it waits until, like, the 3rd tier to call back to Spectre Knight, but okay.
Oh, well.
Oh, it's a good thing we found this random-ass castle in the middle of the winter.
Looks at every RPG ever.
Oh, there goes your spark.
To be perfectly fair, that's a cave.
And you almost walked right off.
You're right, Enzo Fair doesn't have a castle in it or anything like that either.
It's also a random-ass shark in it for no reason.
Last little thing about Vesperia. I still haven't gotten that sorbet skit to work. I don't know why it doesn't work.
The game just hates you.
Um,
Probably hates me too.
I couldn't tell you.
I was trying to get
it with the definitive edition.
I spent all of last night trying to get the dog food skit. Didn't work because everybody just got sick of eating dog food. It's not that they were complaining about the dog food, it's complaining about the fact that it was dog food again. I'm like, that's not really the skit I was looking for, guys.
I know. I don't know what constitutes as triggering certain skits.
Me neither.
They might have, like I said, they might have changed it for definitive edition. I don't know.
I like how I was the first one to find Namco Bandai Island out of all of us. Also, you got foot stomped and died.
Yep.
Well, that's because I didn't expect that stupid giant skeleton to be there.
Okay, that makes, I think, 7.
So, pretty much, once you're finished with the second part of, or with the second act, then you go back to Zofair and you do the sorbet skit, usually. I guess
so
the thing is that you have to have Estelle in your
after I
party,
beat the Commandant, okay.
and pretty much once you have Estelle back in your party, which is weird because she's not even part of that skit in the first place.
So after I beat the Commandant, I gotta go back there. Okay.
No.
I just want to get the desert skit because the desert skit's my favorite one.
Because I think I remember I tried doing that, triggering that skit in Zolfair the first time, but it didn't pop. But when I went back there for story reasons, then it finally did.
The only thing is, I don't know what food you have to cook in the desert to get the desert one.
I'm pretty sure it's a noodle one, but
yeah, but I looked it up and I don't know any recipe that uses noodles.
I don't have noodles. All I have is pudding.
Soup noodles.
Oh, soup noodle? Okay.
Or udon noodles, hot pot, soup noodles.
Ha ha, udon.
Okay, that makes more sense. But that's still my favorite skit out of all of them. Particularly because how mostly because of how much Yuri overreacts to it.
Then Raven calls him out on it, just all like, look, you were the one talking about wanting to eat some noodles.
You told me yesterday that you wanted noodles, so what did you do? Did you make them? Did you have someone else make it? All right.
There is one question I have about this game.
What?
Is there a time where you can lose a fight and then automatically be kicked into another fight by complete accident?
Not that I'm aware of.
That might have been before the patch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I know they patched some things out where enemy movement patterns on the world map
Okay, so
made it less.
So that was one of the things. So that was one of the things patched out.
Most likely. But then again, I don't even know if it was a problem in the first place. But I do know before the patch, like sometimes the enemies would be moving for like a good 30 seconds before it let you move on the map again.
Okay.
I do remember the reason why they patched it was because a lot of people were complaining that it made getting the speedrun achievement a lot harder, or near impossible.
Yeah, because sometimes the enemies would be getting in your way when you just want to bypass them altogether and not even bother fighting them, because that just wastes your time.
Because to get the speedrun achievement, you have to beat this game in under 2 hours.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Oh damn! And with all of the on-screen mini bosses, that alone is going to take a half an hour. So it would be literally impossible to get the achievement.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it is pretty forgiving with trying to get that achievement, because like, if you're taking too long on a level, as long as you, like, exit to the map beforehand, it pretty much negates the time you spent in that level. And then you can just start all over, have, like, a fresh timer for specific levels. So, like, say you took 10 minutes on, like, Spectre Knight's stage. It's like, shit, I could do much quicker than that. Exit to the map.
Take that, Black.
Just exit to the map, and then you could just cancel out those 10 minutes wasted altogether.
Makes sense.
Blackbutt!
Anyway, we got Polar Knight and Tinker Knight to go to next. I can't remember which one I do. I think I do Polar Knight first because he's easier.
Is he just Santa Claus in night gear?
No, but his shovel is a snow shovel, so he's got like the largest shovel in the game.
Oh, that's nowhere near as funny.
Yeah.
Me too.
What would be hilarious is if his super move was just him going into a snowplow machine and trying to run you over.
Oh no, he becomes Mr. Plow.
Exactly. I was about to sing the Jingle Ball.
Or the Plow King.
The Plow King. Plow Knight.
Mr. Plow's funnier. Fuck you.